Hi, I'm Jazz Obrecht, and welcome to my Talking Guitar podcast featuring the late, great Ozzy Osbourne describing one of the most important musicians he'd ever work with, Randy Rhoads. A stunningly gifted guitarist and one of the sweetest people imaginable, Randy played on Ozzy's first post-Black Sabbath solo albums, and he co-wrote songs like Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, and Flying High Again. A couple of months after Randy perished in a March 1982 plane crash, I began gathering interviews for a Randy Rhoads cover story in Guitar Player magazine. After speaking to Randy's mother, his brother, and Rudy Sarzo, I contacted Sharon Arden, publicist for Jet Records. I asked the future Mrs. Osbourne if Ozzy would be willing to say a few brief words about Randy Rhoads. She had Ozzy ring me right back, and here's what he had to say.
Hello, Charles.
Hello? Is this Ozzy?
This is Ozzy.
How you doing?
Fine.
Hey, thanks for getting back with us.
My pleasure.
We're gonna have Randy on the cover of the November issue.
Really?
Yeah, and I've talked to his mom and the rest of the guys in the band, and I wanted to get some information from you too.
Yeah.
How would you compare Randy with some of the other guitar players you've worked with?
Well, all I can say, and this is not just because the guys died.
Pardon me?
All I can say, and it's not just because the fact the guys died. But I think the guy was so unique that it was, I don't think people will ever fully realise what a talent that guy was, not only in rock and roll, but in every other field, you know.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So he was unique in the respect that he was not only a great rock and roll player, but in the classics he was phenomenal, and in every other field he was phenomenal.
Did he learn quickly?
I didn't have to teach him anything. All that he was lacking was guidance, you know.
Was he pretty easy to work with?
The best guy in the world. I mean, compare him to Tony Iommi, there's no comparison. And I can only compare the two because that's the only two people I've ever worked with as a guitar player.
What attracted you to Randy in the first place?
His angelic attitude to the whole business, you know. Yeah.
Was he easy? Did he enjoy being on the road as far as you could tell?
Yeah.
Could you describe how you put the music together with him?
I'd give him a melody and he'd work a riff around the melody, you know.
Do you have any favorite hooks that he came up with?
Every one he ever did. Every hook that he ever came up with, I loved. He was original.
What was the difference between his live and his studio playing?
Nothing at all. I mean, it sounds kind of boring, obviously, to you, but the guy was such a great guy to work with. I mean, the guy was just a fucking born star, you know.
Did he change parts around on the stage?
Oh, yeah, he changed his guitar every other number, because what we both worked out, that we discovered that every heavy metal band sticks to one key, you know. And I don't know about keys, I don't read music, I don't really understand about music, I just get up there and scream around and jump around, you know. I don't understand about keys or notes or whatever, and he said to me that most guitar players in modern bands play over, I think, E or G or whatever. And they fluctuate between that, and so we made a rule that every number that we recorded on an album was never played in the same key. It's different keys in every number, you know.
Before Randy joined you, Ozzy, he mostly played in little clubs. Did he make the transition to arenas easily?
I mean, he listened to everything that I spoke to him about, and we had a great rapport together. We loved each other very dearly. And I swear to God, the tragedy of my life was on the day he died.
What's that?
The tragedy of my life was the day he died.
Now you went to the funeral?
Yeah?
Were you one of the pallbearers?
Yeah?
Rudy mentioned that there might be enough material for a live album.
Yeah, Well, we've been inundated with letters from fans saying that if there's anything possible of me and Randy playing together, they would love to have it because, I mean, he got his acclaim. And the sick thing about it all is that people never acclaim people when they're alive. They always wait until some tragedy happens and they start to think, hey, listen, give this guy a listen to, This guy was just a born, natural star. I've been doing this for like a long, long time now in my life. It seems to be anyway. And if ever I could honestly say in my life I've met a natural born star, he was a guy called Randy Rhoads. God bless him.
Was he comfortable with the recognition he was getting?
He loved it. He loved it.
I've heard a lot of people say
He didn't take drugs. He didn't drink too much. He was a studier when we weren't working on the road. I mean, for instance, 3 weeks before he got killed, he come to me and he said, his heart was in the classics, to be honest. His heart was like wanted to be a classical guitar player. And in fact, with the first record royalties he received, he went out and bought himself a very, very expensive classical guitar. And he sat there for days and nights working on his what are these things, your own theory thing, when you put your own theories down on music paper. And he was working on that, for weeks and weeks. And in fact, the night before he died, he'd been up for 4 days and 4 nights, plus gigging, working on his theory, because he wanted to get into university and get a degree in music,
He was working on theory?
Yeah.
Did he get, I heard that he had tutors in different towns he played in.
Every town he went to, he made sure, because when days off, I'd get in the bar, he wouldn't, he'd practice all day, every day. Every day of his life, since he met me, he was practicing all the time. And he was, in actual fact, he was a dedicated musician. If I could only put that into one word and people honestly believe me, as crazy as the reputation I have, he was the most dedicated musician I've ever met in my life. He was a master of his art,
What made you pick him after all the people you listened to, though?
I loved him as an instant. I fell in love with him as a player and I fell in love with him as a person.
Do you have any favorite memories of him, Ozzy?
Sorry?
Do you have any favorite memories of him?
Just the fact that he got the best smile in the world.
The best smile?
Yeah.
Anything you care to add?
I want to ask.
Pardon me?
Long live Randy Rhoads.
Thanks a million, Ozzy.
You're welcome. Anything I can do for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you're interested in learning more about Randy Rhoads and his time with Ozzy, I invite you to read my 1982 interviews with his mom, brother, friend and bandmate Rudy Sarzo, and his producer Max Norman. These are available in my online Talking Guitar magazine, hosted up on Substack. There's a link in the write-up below. Before signing off, I'd like to thank my podcast producer, Nick Hunt, and the fine folks at the UNC Southern Folklife Collection. This podcast is copyright 2025 by Jazz Obrecht. See you next time.